Alright, my next video is a mid-season roundup of Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump straight into my overall thoughts of this season so far. The first 5 episodes I thought were fine. The pacing definitely needs to get better, and some of the writing does need to tighten up. The writing so far has been good. I don't have too many complaints with it, other than some emotional beats don't hit like they should, like within the 5th episode when you find out you and Kitana's backstory. It's an interesting backstory that they go into, but the emotional weight that they were trying to portray just did not quite shine through. The animation, as I've been able to garner, has been good, except for the CGI on, I don't remember his name, but he is Sakuna's basically like conscious like character. His CGI is awful. He is very noticeable to where everyone else looks good, but he is just sitting there in midair, and he is moving a little bit, but he's barely moving anything. I don't know what happened with him, but they definitely needed to work on him more. Everyone else is fine. Their animation does get stiff from time to time, but overall not too much to complain in that. The character designs, for the most part, I do like them. Yu's and Sakuna's especially are very good. They're my 2 favorite character designs in this show so far. Except for one exception that I will state, is the baby in the show. I do not like his character design. I think it is awful and he is ugly. Other than that, everyone else looks good. The story so far is going at a snail's pace, and I will say I will give them credit. They have put in quite a bit of detail when it comes to the growing of the rice in this series. If I will say one thing about this series, is you can actually learn to grow rice in this series. They tell you step by step on how to grow rice. That I know was a thing from the game, so makes sense for them to bring that aspect over to the anime. The pacing does need to be tightened up. It can feel way too slow at times, and I will say up until episode 5, when you get more of Kitana's backstory, I found him very irritating. More so in episode 5 than the rest, but thankfully he does get better by the end of episode 5. Sakuna gets some solid character development from episode 1 to 5, and I will say the world of Sakuna Rice and Ruin is interesting enough. The world around the Isle of Demons, hopefully there will be some scenery change, like the times of the season and such, or give some variety to the backgrounds as well, because this show does need it, because the backgrounds are kind of getting a little stale in my opinion from the 1st and 2nd episode. The demons themselves, I'd say their designs are pretty good when they actually do come into play, and that's another thing. There has not been a whole lot of action scenes as of yet. They definitely need to bring in some more of those, because the show can get a bit boring when you're just dealing with the growing of the rice. But overall, I will say this show is entertaining just enough for me to be engaged. And of course, I will be giving you guys a full review later on when this show is fully wrapped up. So yeah, that is my overall thoughts on how Sakuna Rice and Ruin is going thus far. And of course, don't forget to let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This has been Ryder. I'm out.